Hi everybody and welcome to the Mental Toughness and Body Show. My name is Rob Evans and I'm your weight loss coach, health strategist and internationally published author, helping take your life, your business, your health, your fitness, your body, your mindset from where you are to where it is that you want to be. And today we're going to discuss accountability. One of the single biggest reasons that I see people not being able to achieve the health and fitness or body that they truly desire is because they don't have the right accountability in their life. They're not using the right accountability tools, they're not using the right coaching to ensure that they stay accountable. Now, I want you to think about it like this. If you have never been able to achieve what it is that you truly want for your health, your fitness, your wellness, your body, then I guarantee you that you haven't been appropriately tracking or tracking at all what it is that you do on a daily basis to measure whether you're getting there or not. Now, I know that a bunch of you listening to this, I say this very often, that you're in the top 1% of what it is that you do. That's why you're listening. You're looking to get something more from your life, from your health, your wellness. You're looking for something more. I know that you're running your business super well. And I know that you're probably driven to constantly look for improvements there. And I guarantee you, if you're in the top 1% of your field, then you'll be tracking using multiple key performance indicators and accounting measures, etc., as to how you're going on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, quarterly, annual basis. You're reviewing your numbers. You know what's going on in your business. But imagine if you applied a similar template across your health and wellness. Do you have that same level of clarity? And I guarantee you this, you won't. So how do we take that same level of focus and apply it to our health and wellness? Well, yesterday I discussed about the full annual health check, physical, blood tests, etc., and any other tests that you need to have with your GP, your doctor, making sure you do that at least annually, depending on your health. Sometimes you need to do that more frequently. Today, I want to talk about the other things that you can control every single day to measure what it is that you're doing, and so you can assess how you're going against that. Now, most people, when it comes to their workouts, for instance, they go into the gym, or they do it at home. They go into the gym and they just pick up some weights, they go through the motions, they'll go in and say, okay, well maybe if you're a man, I'm just going to work chest. Okay, Monday is Worldwide Chest Day. Monday, just about every guy on the planet does chest. Why? Because, well, that's the muscle that they think about after the weekend and think, well, I want to get a big chest, so that's what I'm going to do. Bench press Monday, we call it. And so they don't have much structure to it. Another day, you see it all the time. You go into a gym right now and just stand around and observe what people are doing. And you'll see that they're not really much structure. Some will do a couple of sets on one exercise. They might bump the weight up. They might keep it the same. They might do drop sets. They might do a whole range of different things. Then if you follow that person around the gym and you write down the things that they're doing, you would say, wow, how is that a complete program? And I guarantee you, if you follow them around for the whole week or weeks and you saw what they did, you would understand why they are still where they are. Just about everybody doesn't track what it is that they're doing. They're not tracking the exercises that they are doing. They're not tracking the weights that they're lifting. They're not tracking the reps that they're doing. The ones that I see in the gym are normally the ones that are competitive athletes, like competitive fitness people, that kind of stuff. I track everything that I do. So what we want to do is we want you to have an athlete's mindset. What does the athlete do? The athlete tracks everything because they know what they're working towards. They know what their goals are. They track each and every session. That's what I do. Why? So you can measure your progress. Like that person that's not tracking, how do they know what they lifted 4 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 weeks ago? How were they feeling? What was their mood like? How much sleep did they have the night before? How are they tracking their energy levels. Are they getting all their supplementation in? How much water did they drink for the day? All of those things add up to success. I mean, if you're not tracking it, how do you know? It's exactly the same as getting to the end of the month and just having a guess as to how much money you made this month in your business. And then at the end of the year, having a guess as to how much money you made this year or last year. Now, I got a big surprise. I got a bit behind with my numbers during COVID, and I was surprised when I went back and looked at some of the previous months and tracked the last couple of quarters, that how much I'd exceeded my target at the start of the year and completely blew things away, even though I was in COVID. So your body's just the same. Your health is just the same. If you don't track it, how are you going to get any better? You're not. You're just not. You won't accidentally get better. Are you going to accidentally reach a new sales target level? Are you going to accidentally make more profit this year? Are you accidentally going to outperform your competitors? No, you're not. It only happens because you measure it and you work towards it and you continue to find improvements. How does that equate in the gym or your health? For me, I'm looking to get personal best depending on the program that I'm on. Right now, I'm on a kind of a maintenance sort of program. In fact, because I had the mole removed off my back yesterday, I'm today, for the next probably 7 days, I'm only going to be walking just because of the stretcher, the stitches and where it is. I can't do too much lifting. So because I wanted to heal properly. So for the next 7 days, I'm going to be only walking and not walking too fast either because of where the stitches are. It's going to put pressure on them. But that's the only thing I'm going to do. So I'm having this next week off the weights, re-energize, start to focus on my new program, which is going to start from the start of Feb. So I'm focusing on communicating with my coach, telling him the exercises that I can load. And what I mean there is because of my shoulder operations and so forth, there are, I'll use the bench press as an example because I mentioned that before. I can't do super heavy bench press anymore because it puts too much pressure on my shoulder. When you're lying down and pushing upwards, that's the most stress on the shoulder. So what I want to do is reduce that stress. So I want to get bigger muscles, more toned, but I don't want to do it in a way that's going to injure me. I want to be pain-free. So I have to experiment with the different heights of the bench. So coming from flat up to like 45 degrees, maybe 15 degrees, 30 degrees, and experiment with those heights so that I can really work out where can I load. Looking at decline, for instance. So a decline bench is where your head is lower than your knees, for instance, and that works the lower part of the chest. Now, I was experimenting with these this week. I can't load decline bench press. That's not good for my shoulder. I can't load my flat bench press. I can't load at a 45 degree angle, but I can load at a 15 to 30 degree angle. So I can still load. I just need to experiment, or I needed to experiment to find out which of those can I load at. And I found that. And I'm doing that with a bunch of different exercises. So that's what I'm going to use this time for over the next week. Do some more communication with my coach and say, these are all the exercises that I can load, because I've worked those all out now. And then he's going to prepare a program for me that's going to start at the start of Feb. And bang, we keep going. And each workout that I do, I'll be looking to get a little bit heavier, a little bit heavier, a little bit heavier, every single workout. So that is a purposeful plan. Now, I'm only going to know how I'm tracking because I have to report my, my heaviest lifts each week back to my coach, and so that he can assess how's my food going, how's my workouts going, what's my energy levels like, etc. Because that's the only way that we can build an extra 4 kilos of muscle or more this year. I have to lift heavier weights. You won't just accidentally get them. You have to work at it. You have to have a plan to get there. And if you do not track, if you do not keep yourself accountable, you do not have the tools in place to keep you accountable, you are only guessing. Now, I know if you're listening to this, you want to change. So this is the number one reason why people fail to achieve what it is that they want. I have clients that I work with that do well to start with, and they get some really great results, and then they start to become complacent with what it is that they're doing. You find that they're not tracking their food. I track their workouts and reps and everything. I can see they're starting to plateau. They're not moving forward in terms of their weights going up, and we check in with their food, and they're not doing everything that they should be doing. And so that's why you get that result. So I implore you, please, if you want to make a significant difference to your health and fitness and body, you need to track. Okay, you need to track things. Track your workouts. Track each exercise that you're doing. Track the sets that you're doing. Now, you can just write this down. You can do it in a notebook. A lot of people do that. I use a specific app that you can use. If you want to know what I'm using for my clients and for myself, reach out to me through the mentaltoughnessandbodyshow.com. Shoot me an email. We can connect and have a discussion. We can, point you in the right direction there. Track your food as well, everything that you're eating, the time that you're eating, how much water you're drinking for the day. I also want you to track your energy levels. I want you to track your mood as well. Track the supplements that you're taking as well. So all really important. Now, I can track all this through my app, but the way that my coach likes to see it is in kind of a one-page thing. So what I will do is I just create a worksheet in Excel, and I just create a new worksheet each day. Just copy it and just update it for what I'm eating. Breakfast, my 6 meals, and then my supplementation as well. And what that does, it keeps you accountable. When you're writing down what it is that you're eating, it keeps you accountable. And again, why do we do that? Well, we're working out, we're eating, in my case, with the shirt off, and basically I just take these photos in my undies. I'm taking photos of myself to send to the coach so he can say, okay, this is the change that we're getting in your body. I can see the change. This is what we need to do with your training. This is what we need to do with your food. Now, having gone through this journey last year, I know that the main thing that's going to change is going to be the food. The exercises probably won't change for most of the year. We'll find those key ones that I can load, and the key is we just keep loading and loading and loading for an 8-week period, and then we have a taper off period for 4 weeks, and then we hit the next 8-week period. So we work in 12-week blocks. But each workout is specific. Each 8 weeks is specific. Each 12-week training block is specific, because we can't load the entire year, just get heavier and heavier all the time. Your body needs rest. You need to recover, just mentally, emotionally, physically, all of those reasons, so that you can recover properly, and then you can jump back into it again, hitting it differently, confusing the muscle. That's what makes life exciting too, in terms of changing your body. But the key is we're tracking everything, okay? You've got to track everything. You do it for your business, for legal reasons, for tax purposes and so forth, but you do it for performance reasons, and that's the same reason we do it for our health and our fitness. Okay, so nutrition journal, tracking your exercises, tracking all those other things that I just mentioned. And again, I can give you the empowerability checklist that I use, which is a 1-page weekly summary for people. It's got like 9-10 columns in there. It's just a very quick tick and flick as to whether you're doing these things or not, rating yourself for your management at the end of a day out of 10, and then you keep those and you see over time how it is that you're going. So over the course of the year, you'll have 52 of them. You have one a week. You can go back and you can assess how it is that you're performing, what's working well, what's not working, how do we keep moving that needle forward, how do we keep getting you to perform a little bit better, doing a little bit more. And that's what keeps it exciting. Just like you're growing your business, this is about you growing your health and your fitness, and that's what gives you the change in those things. The problem is that most people won't do it. So don't be that person. It takes some time to change any habit. and to create some new ones and condition yourself to some different behaviors. But this is worth doing. Now, do you have to track everything for the rest of your life? No, you don't. But if you want to change, if you really want to get this measurable improvement in your business, do you continue to track? Absolutely. And so I say, if you're on that journey forever, keep tracking. Because it's exciting to look back and see how much you've grown, how much you've changed. And I've gone through like a decade or more of my life where I didn't track. And I just went into the gym and convinced myself that I was doing well and just making up a story to myself that, yeah, I'm making progress. Some days I'd lift heavier, some days I wouldn't. But now, because I am tracking everything, I am lifting heavier every single workout, unless it's a taper off period. So accountability is really important. So the next step, or the last step in this process of accountability, is having the coach. Have the accountability coach that is going to hold you responsible to you to getting the change that you've told them that you want. This is what I do. My job is accountability, keeping people accountable to get the change. Because I can't do it for you, but I can hold you accountable and come up with consequences if you don't do something to get the change. But if you've identified what you want and you want it really badly, then get the coach that's going to help you to stay accountable with the right tools and help you when there's a barrier. I'm working with a young lady at the moment that she said she got stuck at 85 kilos. She's lost 15 kilos here and she said she can't change anything. I got her to explain to me what it is that she was doing in terms of her food. And I said, I know exactly why you were stuck where you are. So I said, let's start to change some things. I'm holding her accountable, getting her to send me photos of the meals that she's eating and sending her back immediate feedback. And through that process, she's already lost, just in a week, she's lost more than 1 kilo because she started to make some changes. But most impressively, I'm connecting with her mindset and getting her to change her thinking about what's possible for her, because she's become complacent with where it is that she wants to get to. She said she wanted to get to 80 kilos. And I said, really, 80 kilos? She could go into the 60s if she wanted to. But I said, the problem with being so close to your goal, you could be happy if you did nothing more. And she said, yeah, I guess that's true. I said, yeah, that's why you're not changing. So I said, you've got to create a bigger goal than that. Think about the dream weight, what it is that you truly want to achieve. And then all these other things link to it. So that's my advice for today. Accountability is key for you to get change. Go back, listen to this again, so you can pick up the key things that you need to be doing each day to get the change that you need. You deserve it. You can do it. I can do it. I can also hold you accountable. Reach out on the mentaltoughnessandbodyshow.com for your free consultation. Let's start a conversation. Let's get you accountable. Let's get you to the results that you deserve. See you tomorrow.